Cincinnati Reds manager Bryan Price went off on the media last night because the media reported too much and reported it too accurately.
Yeah.
Ironic, huh? And in this rant against a particular Cincinnati Reds reporter, he used the F word 70 plus times. You're only going to hear about 35 of them right now.
We are?
We benefit from that. They benefit from it. I just don't know if that's what we're supposed to do. Are we supposed to open up everything here for everybody to know all the time? So that's all I want to know, what your expectations are, because me, if I got to tell these guys, we got to go out there and they know we don't have Devin Mesoraco, what benefit is that to me as a manager and our team to win the game?
He hasn't been there for a week and a half.
I just want an answer on how we benefit from them knowing that Devin Mesoraco isn't here.
I don't think you do, and I don't know that that's my job.
Your job isn't to sniff out every little thing that is about the Reds and put it out there for every other out of here. It's not your job. You want me to be candid with you? I've been candid with you. I talk to you guys like men. I tell you what's going on with the team. I tell you how I'm feeling about it as candidly as I can. And then this, you got to watch this. I got to read out a tweet from our own people in here that we don't have a player. How the does that benefit the Reds? It doesn't benefit us one bit. We try to go out there and win games. I got to come in here and you got to blow it all over the place. Who we can play, who we can't.
Okay, Mark.
All right, you get the point. You know, he was wrong. Bryan Price was wrong. The reporter's job is to sniff out as much as he can about the team and report on it.
Let me just preface this by saying I really like Bryan Price. I've gotten to know him as a pitching coach and as a manager and as an individual. And I'll guarantee you a dime to donuts that Bryan is really regretting what a little sound, not a little, a soundbite like that, then the repercussions. In this day and age, yes, I don't want to call myself a journalist, but I ask coaches, I ask managers all the time, who's available, who's not available, what's the deal. If they don't have an answer, that's fine. And in this day and age of social media, if a reporter's on a plane and sees a guy and he tweets it out, how can you prevent that?
Well, plus Mesoraco's been out for a week and a half. Everybody's going to be wondering why he's been out for a week and a half.
Yeah.
It's the reporter's job to report it.
Exactly. And another thing, too, in baseball, there's really not a whole lot of secrets out there, right? As far as if the guy's on the roster, the guy's on the roster. If he's not on the roster, he's not on the roster.
Hey, and the locker room's open an hour and a half before the game. The locker room's open an hour and a half after the game.
Right.
You got the PR guy sitting in the press box to give you all the information you need. That's what this day and age is all about.
Right.
Everybody wants to know everything about what's going on with the local ball club. If you don't want people to know, act like a hockey coach, okay, and say he's got a lower body injury and leave it at that.
Right.
Or he's got an upper body injury. If there,
and I would just say, where I think I'm in between you guys, and he comes off as a good guy there. I don't know him. Despite what you think, he sounded very reasonable if you take out all the F-bombs.
He did.
Right.
I think that
he was frustrated.
That's what people. I think if you listen to that, you go, "That's not a guy that's in somebody's face screaming and hollering." He's saying, "What do you guys want from me? I'm telling you the truth," and you turn around. He's wrong in certain aspects,
right?
But I hope he's not ruined. He's not. He's going to lose his job over this, but it's going to follow him now. And it kind of is what we were talking about earlier. He's pissed. They've lost 5 out of 6 games or something like that. He's upset, and so he says some things about the media when he's frustrated. He's frustrated, and he doesn't like that they're on a plane and they're reporting that stuff. I'm okay as a 50-year journalist. I'm okay. Don Baylor. We mentioned Don Baylor. Don Baylor would chew my ass out for something I wrote, and it was really funny. I wrote when they were in the playoffs against Atlanta. I wrote he was left without a pinch hitter. He took Vinny Castilla out of the game in the 6th inning for a pinch runner. Well, they go to the 9th inning against the Braves. They got no pinch hitter left, and he has to bat. That's our 2-minute warning. He has to bat a relief pitcher, Lance Painter. You may remember him.
This is in the playoffs.
In the playoffs. And they got runners on 2nd and 3rd, and he makes an out. And so I ripped on Baylor about that you can't leave yourself without a pinch hitter or backup catcher or something like that. And the next day, Joe Girardi, who's a catcher, he probably caught you. Joe Girardi's in my chest and just screaming and hollering at me. And just all the players are watching. He just chewed me out as much as he can be. And okay, that's fine. I had my opinion. Now he's allowed to have his opinion.
Right.
Well, we went and took it out in the hall, and he said, I had to do that. Somebody had to stand up for Baylor. And I respected that he was the captain of the team, and he was standing up for it. There are reasons. I've had coaches chew me out and chew the media out. It's fine. It's part of what.
Well, here's the other
it's
thing.
part of what it is.
We're all told things. You're told things. You're told things. I'm told things, and we have to be smart enough to know what can
Absolutely.
be used and what cannot be used.
That's that trust factor that I've
Right.
built up through the years
but,
too.
But the things that Bryan Price was talking to that reporter about, that's common knowledge
Sure,
type
but-
stuff that should be
But
out
cut
there.
him a break. You
Right.
guys, the team is doing badly. He's frustrated.
He's feeling the heat, I think.